Kia ora and hello, welcome to Cheeky Badger, and we've recovered from our disaster of the last stream here, and we've done a bit of work. We've reharvested the field. If we have a look over here, just run through the hedge. Hello Ginger Ninja, welcome to the stream. Hope you are feeling well. So we've harvested the field and now we're going to go and pick ourselves up a baler. It looks like we've got a bit of flour, so we can start making a bit of money hopefully. So we'll head down to the dealership and we'll grab ourselves a baler. Good afternoon, Nacho. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are well today. Thanks, Ginger Ninja. Yes, I'm well too. Yeah, we've recovered from our 2 AM session of troubleshooting, and we're back to normal again, hopefully. And we're up to 95 subscribers, only 5 to go to 100. Looking forward to that. So I'm hopeful by the end of this week we'll have surpassed 100 subscribers. I'm still amazed at the subscriber count. It's fantastic. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Nacho. You're not coming down with a flu or anything, are you? Yeah. Hopefully it's not the strain that they had over in the UK over winter. Apparently that was nasty, that one. Yeah, my wife had a bit of a cold last week and she's still recovering from it. Got to go to the dentist tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be all good. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to splurge out on the crone. Basically because it does 18 kilometers per hour instead of 17. So I figure an extra kilometer per hour, you know, if it takes you an hour to get around the field, then you've traveled quite a bit further in a kilometer. So I'm going to go for that. It costs a bit, but you know, I think it'll be worth it. Now, oh, the other thing is I need to grab a weight, which we did before, but the game didn't save, so we lost our weight. Now where are we? I think we went for the AGCO, didn't we? The 1.5 ton. I'll be honest, guys, I don't know how old you are. I'm not going to ask how old you are. That's not my business. But what I will do is I'll caveat that if you're old enough to drink, I find having a little bit of whiskey when you've got the cold can help with it a little bit. So that's my recommendation if you're old enough to drink, that is. If you're not, you'll have to wait. Yeah, wise choice. So it looks like it's going to be a nice day today on the game, so we should be able to get the baling done. While I remember, we should change our bale size. We don't want to be handling too many bales, so make the biggest we can. Don't think we have any Heston balers at the moment, so yeah, 240 centimetre is about the biggest we can go. Yeah, Nacho, one thing you may find helpful is maybe a little bit of honey and lemon. Make a honey and lemon tea. That's quite good too. And you don't have to be over 21 for that. Yeah, same here in New Zealand. Although when I was a youngster, it was actually 20. But then they lowered it to 18. So yeah, wasn't too sure. I was going in the upper estimate just to make sure I covered myself. Oh, handy to know. I just didn't want to be named in a court case where someone pleads, Kiwi sim farmer told me it was okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure about what it's here. Responsible adult and under 18. I'm not too sure what the rules are there. So if I set this to the same width as the header, 13.8, we should be able to set the cruise control and not have to worry about keeping it on the straight. No sense having the beacons on. Yeah, mate, that's probably a very important caveat in Australia. Yeah, I think it's the same here. If it's on private property, it's okay, but in a public location, definitely not. There we are, doing 18 kilometers per hour and we're bailing. Doesn't sound like that much, but you know, when you think about it, if you've been in the field for an hour, you've gone a lot further. Yeah, Nacho said on a chat once that it was okay. That's what makes the whole YouTube thing fascinating is, you know, you're streaming to so many different countries and locations. Yeah, I've got two very good friends in Australia now, you know, and I've made a few in the UK. I have some in India as well. It's actually fascinating that, according to Google Analytics, most of my viewers for the streams are actually from India. So whether they watch for a little bit on the phone or something like that, I've had a couple pop into chat and say hi. So it's fascinating. I've got quite a few viewers from America as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're watching the live stream or if they catch up with it later, because not a great time for American viewers to be watching. I do realise that. Indubitably, Nacho, indubitably. And we wouldn't have the fun of watching Nightbot repeat itself. Yeah, yeah, I do remember him being on the stream a couple of times, and I went through my subscription list and saw him there and thought, oh yeah. But I do realise he's it's an inconvenient time for him. I do realise that, and you know, I don't expect people to be staying up till 2 a.m. in the morning just to watch me. Yeah, mate, that's the one. Just had to tidy that bit up. I watched Mr. Sealy P's review of the Colossus pack. That pack is insane. They've got everything. They've got even rice harvesters. You know, not the long grain rice, but the ordinary rice, the one that you normally have that little tracked vehicle for. They've got one for that, and it's sort of like got a 50-foot header on or something like that. It's just madness. And they got a 3-meter mower that will do something like 50 feet and swath it. I think that comes under semi-realistic. And I fired up Omatana's Four Fields map. And that is a nice map. It's very flat, perfect for the Nexit. Yeah, mate. And it brings a whole new dimension to fast farming, because none of this 18 kilometers per hour. I think one of them had a top speed of 100 miles per hour. Yeah, so I fired up that map, Omatana, and I got the Nexit pack out and was using it, but man, the frame drops I get when I drive up next to it when another vehicle to say unload or something like that, it's just insane. So I'm hoping there's going to be a fix for that. I might have to fill out a bug report. I should do that. Yeah, mate. Yep, 39 bales already. I've turned off that realistic weather mod. It seems to be helping with the front pickup not digging into the ground, so I'm wondering if there's a bit of a conflict there. So it looks like YouTube are bringing in an interesting feature called kudos. I think that's what it is. Basically the concept is, hello rocket scientist, how are you today? Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you are well. So yeah, there's this concept called kudos, which YouTube's trialing out in certain areas in the world, where each viewer has a certain amount of kudos that they can give out. So like you could get 10 a week or something like that. Good to hear, Rocket. Good to hear. And so you can dish them out amongst all your subscriptions how you see fit. So it's sort of like the like button, only you can punch the like button numerous times and it will count numerous times. I thought that's an interesting way of doing it. They have monetized it, of course, by allowing you the option to be able to buy more votes. So yeah, I'm not too sure how that would go. I'd never expect anyone on my streams to do that. I wonder how Klaus got on with his cleanup day too. Wonder how much they pulled out of the forest. Rubbish that is, that they pulled out of the forest. I think it's interesting the way they've got the stubble crushed by the tyre marks. I think that's a new feature that, yeah, you definitely didn't see in FS22. Now we're getting through this fairly quickly. Fun part will be picking up the bales. Good morning, Klaus. How are you today? Hope you're having a good morning, and I hope yesterday went well as also. Oh, well done. That's a lot of trash. Yeah, our local school has a thing called the Enviro Club, and there's actually a wetland that's been brought by the council, and they're in the process of replanting it with native plants. And so every year the schools get together and go out there and they have sort of like a planting day. Yeah, it's really neat because you go out there, the kids have a lot of fun planting all the trees, and then they go for a tour, and yeah, you go through areas that have been planted in previous years. Ah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Did they put on a good lunch? So you had 45 people collecting the rubbish. That's an awesome turnout. Must be a very strong community spirit in your area. Yeah, I'm familiar with Wiener Schnitzel, but wasn't sure what bratwurst was, so I've just looked it up. So it's a German sausage, so that would have been very nice. I'm not sure how your Wiener Schnitzel's served over there, but over here we usually have it crumbed. Oh, that's good. Nice to know we're having something authentic. Sounds like an awesome community. You sort of get disconnected from that when you live in a, you know, a biggish city. Hey, the herd, how are you today? Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're having a good day. 4 a.m. in the US, yeah. That's why I don't expect to see anyone from the US, so it's always nice to see someone. Yeah, it's going well, mate. Going well. I was up to 2 a.m. the other night troubleshooting a problem. Couldn't save my last stream on this map, so ended up having to redo a whole lot of work on it, but we got there in the end and we managed to solve the problem. Problem was, as usual, antivirus. The only difference between an antivirus and a virus is a virus does damage. Antivirus just annoys you. And there we go. It wouldn't be a Kiwi stream without me driving along without the pickup drop down. We'll try all that again. Yeah, I was in getting the kids a couple of Chromebooks today, and the salesman was doing the old hard sell. Oh, you need the antivirus. We can do a really good deal on the antivirus. It's sort of like, yeah, nah. It turns out that FarmSim has two EXEs. One's Farming Simulator 25.exe and the other one is Farming Simulator Game, or Farming Simulator 25 Game.exe. And I had the first one whitelisted but not the second one, and the antivirus decided on its own to start blocking the second one. So as soon as I whitelisted it, everything worked again. It's just one of those frustrating things because I'd only just updated OBS to the latest version, and when you try to do a bit of IT solving, the first question you ask is what's changed, and that was the thing that had changed. So I was looking down that path as to why it was trying, how it could be stopping the file from saving. So yeah, went down a bit of a rabbit hole with that one. But what's frustrating is usually it pops up on the screen saying, oh, I've blocked this program from doing something because I don't like it. But it never did that. Yeah, mate, I usually stream most nights, except for usually about a Tuesday night. I have family stuff to do then, but I usually stream because I usually play the game every night, so I was streaming every night. Yeah, I have heard of Windows doing that, class. I sort of think, oh, this is a really good idea and it'll help protect your data. So I actually, when I got my new CPU, I made sure that encryption was turned off. Because when you change over your CPU, the Trusted Platform Module, TPM, gets changed. And so if you have things relying on it, like encryption, it can really muck things up for you. That's muck with an M. Just in case it doesn't translate well across the microphone. Yeah, thanks for that, the herd. Awesome. Thank you for joining. And I can't wait to catch your next story as well, mate. Looking forward to that. Hey Planet Daydream, how are you today? Will do, herd. Thank you so much. You have a good day. Awesome, mate. Thanks for that. Good to hear, Planet Daydream. Have you had a good day, Planet Daydream? Hope you're feeling well. Oh, sorry to hear that, Planet Daydream. Glad you're okay. Right, I think we're finished. So how many did we do? 110 bales in the end. Actually, we'll make that 111. The right button and... $12. 113 bales. Yeah, Nachos may not be online. I'm not too sure. He said he wasn't feeling too hot today, so he might be a bit under the weather. I'm good, thanks, Planet Daydream. Alright, let's see me try and get out of this one. What happens when you try to entertain? Here we go. Coffees are on me. Yeah, well, that's a long story, mate. Back when I was young, we used to get them out of our cornflakes packets. But thank you to everyone that's been joining us on the horizontal and the vertical streams. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you are, please hit the like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm thing. That's something that they're so proud of. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. That way you'll be let know when I'm doing another stream. Yeah, not quite right. We didn't quite get it out of the cornflakes packet, but it was a lot simpler when I got my license to what it is now, that's for sure. So I've got a couple of choices for the bale trailers. Two new ones have come on. There's the Anderson Stack Pro. I'm tempted, but it will only do 14. And at 100 and what was it, 13 bales, that's going to take an awful lot of trips. So the other new one is this one, and it's an auto load. So I'm considering getting that one. I think we can change the rear light design. Yeah, it's a lot of money, isn't it? And talking of euros, I forgot to change over our money. Oh, didn't I lease that? Okay, we'll try again. Oh, nice, Klaus. Yeah, it was funny when I got my license. You had what they called a written test, and then you had to answer 5 oral questions. And so I actually originally got my learner's motorcycle license, and to do that all you had to do was pass the written test. I think it was something like 30 questions about the road code, and then answer the 5 oral questions, which were predominantly directed at the type of license you were getting. So did that, got my learner's license for the motorcycle, and then I went and sat the car license. And so back then you usually did the written test and the oral test at the same time as you did the road test, so you do all 3 of them at the same time. So I went there, and the policeman would actually be involved in it at that time. Well, we actually had a dedicated traffic police force rather than the actual police. They were called traffic officers or cops, and their sole purpose was traffic safety. Yeah, road code was a book that you had to learn all the road rules from. So I went there to sit the car license, and they said, oh, you've already done the written test, you don't need to do that now. So I just answered 5 questions that were related to car driving, went and did the driving test with the officer sitting next to me, and you know, went through all the stop signs and the roundabouts and all that sort of thing, did the hill start. And at the time I was in an automatic car, and it didn't matter, I got a full license. They didn't worry about that, so I was able to move into a manual car no problem after that. And then when I went to sit my motorcycle license, the traffic cop sort of looked at it and said, oh, you've already got your car license, you've already done the road test, so I just want to make sure you don't fall off your bike. So if you do a couple of left-hand turns and a couple of right-hand turns and a couple of figure of 8s, if you don't fall off your bike, you can have your license. And so that's what I did, and I got my motorcycle license just by going round and round in circles. Which is actually a bit scary, considering that at that stage with the learner's license you weren't allowed to ride anything more powerful than 250cc, and then once you got your full license you could go up to sky's the limit. You know, what were some of the bikes back then were 1100cc, yeah, really powerful. So yeah. Yeah, that's all we had back then. Oh, 1000-watt power supply. That should have enough juice. Okay, Planet, thank you for popping in. You have a good day, evening, wherever you are. Yeah, I can't remember how much it cost me for my license, but yeah, back then it wasn't user pays. You know, traffic cops were paid no matter what, so you weren't having to pay for their wages to do that job. That's what you paid your taxes for. But yeah, it's all changed now. It's all been privatised. Yep, all good, Klaus. Okay, so 32 bales. I think that should be enough for the pigs, hopefully. So I might drop that off, and then the rest can go to the dealer. Definitely need to get a bigger shed, I think. Alright, so that's quite a few bales we've got there now. Like I say, I enjoy grass work except for picking up the bales. And that's what auto load is for. It's a nice pack, this one. Yeah, welcome back, Klaus. Just looking up the details for this mod. Seeing that it's working so well. Here we go. So it's the Pavel Rat Pack, they call it, by DD Mod Passion. Yeah, I've played around a bit with Linux, mainly on the server side of things rather than the desktop. But yeah, done a bit with Linux. What I like about this is we can actually unload them onto the trailer and put the tension belts around them, so you can actually haul the full weight. Yeah, I'm on Windows 11. I'm not sure. I'm still not 100% sold on using Linux for gaming. I still think, yeah, most of the games are written for Windows. So, yeah, I've played around with Linux desktops, but not to the same extent. And, yeah, my line of business is looking after businesses, so they have all moved. Yeah, they're all on Windows, so I have to use Windows anyway. Yeah, I guess it all depends. You know, double check that the games you want to play can be played on Linux. Yeah, that is definitely the hard one. Ubuntu can be quite popular, Let's see where the grain company is. Oh, yep, down there. I think we've been there before, haven't we? Yeah, I've played around with Linux Mint, Ubuntu. Is there a reason why you don't want to go to Windows 11 besides the fact that it's full of bloatware and spyware? Yeah, mate, I know what you mean. You can try and uninstall as much as you can, you know, turn off the window features that you don't want to use. Yeah, good to have you back, Nacho. I took care of the snack bar for you while you were away. Yeah, it's okay, mate. You take care. Oh, no. Yeah, don't tell Big Daddy Dave, but quite often I'll fall asleep during his interviews. He sort of has them in the afternoon, and I would sometimes just lay on the bed listening to the interview, and yeah, I think I doze off sometimes. And I can definitely fall asleep to a Mr. Sealy P video. He's just got that kind of voice. Relaxing, calm. Yeah, mate. With 113 bales, the 14 bale autoloader just was going to be way too slow. And it was a nice opportunity to try out the Pavel Rat Pack by DD Mod Passion. There are a couple of distros out there called Windows Lite. You make a USB stick from them, but I'm not necessarily trusting them. I don't trust the source that they come from. You know, what they can taketh away, they can also embed with their own stuff. So yeah, I don't trust them. I would sooner install Windows and then remove what I don't want myself. If you understand what I mean. No, not at all, mate. It is frustrating that Microsoft is actually getting more aggressive and pushing out things like BitLocker and OneDrive and that sort of thing. Yeah, for me personally, I'm on Windows 11. I actually have OneDrive as well, and I use Windows Defender. I've been using Windows Defender since it first came out. They're of course getting more. Windows Defender is getting more and more complicated. It used to be a simple program, but you know, they keep adding things to it. But all the antivirus people do. And the difference between Windows Defender and everyone else is Windows Defender isn't charging you for it. All the other antivirus programs try to charge you for it. Unless of course you're a corporate and you're wanting to have a management console, then of course you do have to pay for it. So they sort of used the home market to build up the product that they could then sell on to the corporate market. Yeah, as a whole, it works generally okay. It was over enthusiastic the other night, which cost me, an hour or two in game time, and probably about another 3 hours in trying to solve the problem, going down the wrong rabbit hole. But I'm okay with it. It would possibly be better if I could exclude folders from the OneDrive from being saved into OneDrive, but don't have that possibility. And with FarmSim saving in the Documents folder, which is sort of automatically backed up by OneDrive, it's also being loaded onto OneDrive, so a bit of a nuisance. There is a way around there. You can use what they call a symbolic link, where basically you have a shortcut in the folder pointing to another part of the disk or another disk or something like that, and you can put all the FarmSim stuff there and create a symbolic link, which all the programs and all that, when they see a symbolic link, will just be able to determine it as being the actual folder that it's meant to be in. So there are ways around it. It's quite involved to do that. It's not a point and click thing. It's definitely a command prompt PowerShell thing to do, but Yeah, it can be done. I'm thinking of doing it, but I haven't got round to it yet. Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating when, you know, the companies do that, the corporates. I do spend most of my working life just shaking my head going, why Microsoft? Why? Yeah, I know what you mean, Nacho. It's the same for Xbox. But then I was thinking about the whole debate between, you know, the PC players and the console players and the farm sim world, and yeah, some of the contention that can cause. Yeah, Klaus, you do have to pay extra for the multiplayer. You have to pay a subscription to turn that service on. It's the same with Xbox. Usually done through the Game Pass. But yeah, I was looking at my severely depleted bank account after upgrading my PC, and yeah, my graphics card, one component in my PC, cost more than an Xbox would cost to buy. And yeah, I was thinking, you know, you're a young fella, young fellas, and you know, you're wanting to play games. If you go to your parents and say, you know, it's about $900 New Zealand for an Xbox, You know, if you go there and say, oh, yeah, I need about $900 New Zealand for an Xbox, it's sort of like, yeah, it's under 1,000. Yeah, we can do that. But if you were to go to your parents and say, oh, I need about $2,500 to $3,000 to go buy a decent gaming PC, that's a big ask. Yeah, Series X. So I've just looked up the price of a PS5 Pro console is $1,300 New Zealand. That's the latest PS5. Xbox X. Yeah, so the Xbox Series X is about $900 New Zealand. There's actually a white one available for $785 at the moment. Yeah, it is a lot of money, but you get used to it in New Zealand. You know, everything is, I think New Zealand's current exchange rate is about €1 is worth, yeah, we've got to spend $2 New Zealand to buy €1. So, you know, if you were sort of, I don't know what an Xbox is over in Europe, is it something like €450 or something like that? Yeah, so taking the exchange rate into comparison, you know, it's sort of on a par. do think our wages aren't on a par though. Alright, let's drop this trailer back. Yeah, the money I was quoting was New Zealand. You know, I guess in Europe, yeah, what that would be, €1,200 to €1,500. It's fun doing currency conversions in your head. I think just for the fun of it, I'm going to go straight ahead. It's not the quickest way, but we get to see a bit more of the countryside. And I don't know what wages are like in Europe, but I can't imagine someone doing an IT job in Europe for €40,000 a year. I would say they're probably getting paid a bit more than that. I could be wrong. I like the colouring of the forestry areas. You know, it really does look like pine needles on the ground. And a big welcome to all those that have joined us on the vertical stream and the horizontal stream. Thank you all for joining. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're all well. If you are enjoying the stream, please hit the like button. It lets YouTube know that people are enjoying it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and yeah, it really does help the channel. But please just sit back and enjoy the stream. We have a relaxing stream here. So people start on 65,000 euro. That's 130,000 New Zealand. That's what a technical consultant can hope to earn if they're lucky. Yeah, here it's I wouldn't say it's cheap to live here. You're lucky if you can get anything. Most stuff is out of stock. And like our housing costs here, it's about $1,000 New Zealand a week to rent a house. Yeah, so that's like 500 euro a week, and that's on, you know, someone that's earning, you know, 70,000 a year. It's got to try and find $1,000 a week for rent. It's not easy here. Costs are high and wages are low. That's why so many Kiwis end up in Australia. Yeah, it is interesting comparing different parts of the world and, you know, costs and that sort of thing. That's interesting, Klaus. I guess the cost of energy, which flows on to the cost of everything else, has increased quite a bit in that part of the world with, you know, recent events. Really do need to do something with this driveway, don't I? All good. I think I need to give this tractor a wash. What digger did you load up there, Nacho? Is it a Volvo one or one of the other mods? Hello Ruan, how are you today? Thank you for joining the stream again. Hope you're having a good day. We're working on the map Cheeky Badger tonight. Oh, it sounds awesome, Nacho. Look forward to seeing that. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Sunday evening here, so got to get my head back into the work side of things. I've finished picking up the bales. We just harvested a whole heap of oat off this field. Now I'm just mulching it. I'm thinking I might put in some winter wheat or barley. Yeah, in my 50s, mate. Oh, welcome to the stream. We try to have a semi-realistic stream here, nothing too crazy. It's more of a place to chill out and relax. Oh, awesome, Nacho. We'll have a quick look at that. I'll just set this up on cruise control. Oh, nice. Yeah, those new diggers are awesome, aren't they? You're doing a little bit of role play on your farm. That's what I like about this game. Yeah, there's just so much you can do in so many different ways and how you can play it. Yeah, thanks, Klaus. It's getting down there a bit. I seem to remember that story from this map, mate. Getting rid of the remains of the old house. Yeah, it's a good map for that. I actually have to return to that and finish off my energy farm series that I was doing. Just keep running out of time, that's the problem. Yeah, Klaus, it ended up being a bit more of a difficult concept than I originally planned it to be. So there's been a few, yeah, probably a year or so since has passed since I've last filmed anything. So yeah, it'll be an interesting episode. It'll definitely be the last episode. So looking forward to filming it, just finding the time. Yeah, sheep are awesome. They eat the grass and they survive quite well on that. They produce the wool. Yeah, I like the sheep and the goats. Cows are hard work. Yeah, you can just feed the goats grass and they'll produce milk like anything, but cows, nah, you got to feed them up on TMR if you want 100% and all that sort of thing. They produce a bit more milk, but you have to put a lot more work into it. Yeah, I think New Zealand used to be famous for having more sheep per head of population than any other country, but I'm not sure if that's the case now. Dairy's taken over. Yeah, that's a lot of shearing, eh? 25,000 sheep. It'll take a bit of managing. Yeah, that would definitely be a plus. Okay, nighttime has fallen. And that does not make for great streaming. So, I think we'll call it a night there. Thank you to everyone for joining. It's quite late here now, so yeah, got to think about work tomorrow, so better have a good night's sleep. Thank you for everyone for joining. I do appreciate it. The views have been absolutely amazing tonight. Thank you to Klaus, thank you to Rocket, thank you to Nacho, and thank you to Ginger Ninja for being there. Do appreciate it. It's great to have company while you're playing the game. And to everyone else, thank you all for joining. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. It helps with the algorithm and it gives other people the chance to see the stream. But whatever you choose to do, please have a good day, good morning or a good evening wherever you are in the world and whatever time you're watching this. And until next time, bye.